Good morning, everyone. Brian here with BMK Retro Gaming. This morning I have the review of the Atari 7800 original library game, Xenophobe. Now, it is indeed an arcade port, as the arcade cabinet original was developed by Brian Collin and Howard Shere, Shere. Don't know how. Anyway, in 1987 for Bally Midway. Now, the thing about it is that Bally, you won't find this a whole lot, but there is information out there to be found if you really look for it. Bally Midway would have liked to do something straight up of the Alien franchise, or Aliens franchise, I forget which one it is. But Fox had already done a game for that. I forget. I think it was just called Alien. It might have been called Aliens. I forget exactly. For the Atari VCS 2600 some years before. And so that was already done. It was basically a combination dot maze game and kind of a shooter hybrid. Not quite like this, of course. So it was already done, and also in those days you had, I forget if you just had the first Alien film or the second Aliens or what, but it also would have been a pretty prohibitively expensive license to get a hold of. So what they chose to do instead was they went ahead and decided to go ahead and do what you could be called unkindly a ripoff, and a little bit more kindly an imitator. Or imitation, which I've said in many videos or some on homebrews and pro brew games, that imitation is really the sincerest form of flattery. Well, I stand by that as being true also for original library games. There's nothing wrong with taking the same type of concept and making a game based on it, even though you couldn't get the technical license, so. Anyway, in 1989, Atari Corporation published, after Blue Sky Software developed, a port for the Atari 7800. Later on, there would also be ports for the Atari VCS 2600 and the third generation Nintendo NES. And it's a pretty good game, generally. I must warn that with what all we have to go over here, the amount of gameplay, how it can take a bit to hit a game over, and the fact that my phone does not record without splitting a video into two parts for more than maybe a little over a half hour, there is a small chance this may be a two-parter, but we're going to try to get through it a bit quick. But if it does get split into a two-parter, so what? I'll just go ahead and you guys will get them both, and we'll be good. So, just a little advanced warning. Anyway, I don't have the manual for this one, or the box, just a loose cartridge, so I had to write down a lot of the details in the manual, because there are a few things that one needs to know playing this, which are tough not to, it'd be almost impossible for me to put all that up here. I'd forget everything. Well, maybe not everything, but a lot. Anyway, generally you have, in terms of the aliens you're confronted with, you have pods, which will eventually hatch into critters, which are kind of like facehuggers. They'll latch onto you somewhere and not let go. Roller babies, which crawl around and then will roll at you in a rolling attack. Snotter pillars, which also will roll around kind of in a rolling attack some, but at the same time they will spit at you. And then there are, of course, tentacles, which hang from the ceilings and all, and if they get their hands on you, start to drain some life out of you. As for weapons, you have your fist, you have a phaser, a laser pistol, an electric rifle, a poofer gun, and you have grenades. Anyway, as far as each weapon you have, a phaser will deliver 1 unit of force for... your fist will deliver 1 unit of force, your phaser 1 unit of force per shot, laser pistol 2 units of force per shot, electric rifle 3 per shot, poofer gun 10 per shot, and grenades 100. Let's see, and the tentacles take 4 units to kill. A pod takes 2. A critter takes 1. A roller baby takes 4, and a snotterpillar takes up to 16. And then as far as points go, for acquiring a phaser, you will get 10 points. You will get 200 for a laser pistol, an electric rifle, 300, 400 for a poofer gun, 500 for a grenade. For killing the aliens, you will get 20. Pod will get you 25 points. So will a tentacle. A critter 50, a roller baby 75, and a snotterpillar 100. Then there are some items you can collect, which all of them you can get a clipboard, self-destruct code, transmitter, a skull, a can, a screwdriver, a knife. All are worth 500 points. A rope is worth 250, and you start with 1,000 health. Though each time you clear a level and clear the base of aliens, you get 200 points extra health points. While in each level, a burger and a flask, both that you find, will get you 50 more. You don't get any extra points for having to self-destruct a base, or for failing to... You're on a timer, and if you run out of time before you clear it, it will be automatically self-destructed. No extra points for that necessarily. And then, of course, there's the damage that's done by each alien. A pod will do you 2 units of damage per each second, possibly, for their attack, maybe. Of course, they don't have much of an attack, so... A critter will do you 1 unit for each second. A tentacle will do you 4. And then an attack by a roller baby will do 4. A rolling attack will do... will do 8. And a rolling attack bite will do 50. A snotterpillar attack will do 16. A rolling attack from it will do 50. 75 for a spit attack. And 150 for a leaping attack at you. So, that's pretty much the basics on that. It's a bit complex, but not too much. Don't want to talk about it for too long because the gameplay can run for a bit. Anyway, so I've got my Atari 7800 set up. I'm going to pop this in and we're going to take a look at some gameplay. Okay, so here we go with Xenophobe for the Atari 7800. We're going to go for novice. Even on that one, it can be a bit tough. Here we go with our first space station. You basically use a transporter disc to get aboard. 2 hits, got rid of him. Grenade attack, and he's gone. I usually go right to left because it's a lot easier. These are the pod types. Clipboard, I think. Now, I want to show you guys you can jump, though he doesn't appear to bend his knees. Your guy just appears to be a generic bald guy, whereas in the arcade cabinet original, you had 3 joysticks, or 3 control sets with a number of characters to select from, but this isn't so bad. At first, it can be a bit, how you might say, that's a snotterpillar, and they can be a major pain in the neck. Oh, by the way, if you were to jump into a door, that's going to take 10 health points off you, and if you get hit by one of your own grenades, it will take 100 health points away. Almost forgot about that. Here we go. Here's our laser rifle, I think it is, and that's a flask for health. They will come through doors if you like that on occasion. See right here, this is the self-destruct on that screen is where you could set for a self-destruct if you wanted to. Never a bad idea to blast a couple shots through doors, though you may or may not have enough range to really do much. This particular weapon, the laser pistol rifle or whatever it is, I think has about the best approximate range. Okay, that didn't work right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this one more time because I've been able to do way better than that before. Being kind of distracted and not pausing it while explaining some of that is part of what got me. Well, let me hit a little pause real quick right here. I'd almost forgot about one other minor detail, which is each level is divided a bit. On this one, you have actually 9 stations, whereas the Nintendo NES and Atari VCS 2600 ports only have 8. So that's one advantage it has over that. Anyway, the first station you just have 1 level. The second, 2, 3 for the third, 4 for the fourth. The 5th has 3, the 6th has 2, 7th has 3, 8th has 5, and the 9th has 1 again. Also, you can see down there how we have the split screen for a second player. That's kind of reminiscent of it being an arcade cabinet, an arcade, an arcade port, so. Crawling along, a lot of times you have to be in your crouch or crawl position to really get to things. Now, you can jump around pretty good, and your guy's pretty nimble with that, but again, running into a door, you're going to be cost 10 health points, so don't do it. Flask gives us a little bit of health back. Never can hurt to fire a couple shots in the door if you have a weapon with some range. This one right here, the laser rifle, or whatever I think it is, happens to have a pretty good range. And it's pretty powerful. Just one shot gets rid of him. Okay, and 5,000 score, we might have... Yep, when the space station doesn't explode, you manage to clear it. $10 killed, points awarded 3,000, health bonus 200. So we're off to a pretty good start. It does start off a bit slow and monotonous seemingly at first, but after maybe about the 4th or so space station, those Xenos or Xenophobe aliens start to get a little bit more aggressive. I was also going to comment some, little pause here, on the fact Xenophobe, originally the term means somebody who hates, dislikes, or is fearful of people from other nations or countries, so kind of an interesting name in a way, but at the same time, it's meant to be, the aliens in Alien and the Alien franchise are known as xenomorphs, so here, Xenophobe is Xenophobe Alien, Xenos for short. Yeah, it's an appropriate name for a video game, generally speaking. And, well, they had to come up with something, I guess. And it kind of works. I mean, you really dislike and I wouldn't say necessarily fearful of, but you don't really like these Xeno aliens anyway, so. Pick up the rope, silly. There we go. We need to trade out for the same time. The ones crawling like that are the roller baby types, and they can be a pain in the neck. And of course, that big one is the Snotterpillar. Another little health flask for another 50 points. I tend to crouch back down just about each time I go through another door. See how that says beta level right there? You press up to get the elevator to come. Beta is in blue. That means I've cleared this level of the space station. Press up to go to the alpha level, which should be the only other one. And continue. There we go. Let's go for some points. The burger, not the best looking or best colored burger, but you can tell it's supposed to be a burger, so. When you walk or jump, you move a bit faster, but you're not oftentimes in a very good firing position against these guys when you do that. You can lose count of your grenades because you don't have an ability to tell you how many you have, but it doesn't matter. Rope for another 250 points. Here we go. Here's the electric rifle, or electric whatever it is, I forget. Fairly more powerful weapon. On novice mode, doesn't take too long to get the upgrades. Yes, that's 2 clear, so we're doing okay. And taking a look at the recording time here, we're also making pretty decent time, I guess. On to number 3. Your first button is what fires your weapon, while your second will launch your grenades. I'm actually using that gamepad controller I got from Retro Game Boys on this one because it makes it a bit easier than my Atari Pro-Line joystick controllers for Atari 7800 Pro-Line joystick controllers. They're not bad for something like this, but I found it to be a bit smoother with a gamepad. And thank you very much to Retro Game Boys for having provided it. That was one of the tentacles, and you can take a few jumps to get up there and hit them, but not so bad. Spit at me, will you? I think not. And another roller baby, 2 of them. They sometimes will do that. They'll come out from actually from a door you think you've cleared already, and not quite. Okay, need to get the elevator through so I can move through to the other part of this. Get rid of that one. Those big snotter pillars are kind of like how you'd say queen types. Each one of the different alien types will get to a point of basically how you would say they will get larger on you. They will evolve from one size to the next. So watch for doors opening and closing on you like that, because sometimes it means that something's trying to come through that wasn't there before. Okay, we cleared beta, so let's see. Is it alpha now, or do I need a different one? Yep. Burger for some extra life. And this here is the poofer gun. It has the shortest range of any weapon you can get, but it kills most things in a shot or two. So actually pretty useful to have. Aha! See what wanted to try to come at me from back here. Somebody wanted to come to dinner. Well, apparently left. They will do that too. Again, don't be stupid and go jumping straight into a door unless you want 10 life points off. Don't know what was about to try to come through there, but I wasn't about to find out the hard way. Okay. This is one of the roller baby types, and when they're rolled up like that, they can't really be harmed. Oh no, that's a Snotterpillar. But anyway, when they or the roller babies are rolled up into a ball like that, they can't really be harmed by much of anything but a grenade, so. Okay, we cleared level Alpha, so we need to go down. I believe Gamma is next. You think it'd be Delta, but for some reason Delta comes up as 4th on the ones that have a 4th one. One tentacle down. Yeah, you're not going to give me with that jumping attack, crud. I'm not easy to kill. Not really. There's one down, and 2. Don't really need to downgrade my weapon right now. Weapons, if you do get knocked down, when they're knocked out of your hand, it can destroy them. Even just setting down a weapon and picking up a new one can destroy the one you're setting down sometimes, so be careful about that. Even more health. Okay, see the action here and all, it's pretty straightforward and all. Nothing too big or complicated yet. Being transported off probably because I just cleared it. Pretty good score going. 42 killed. Nice. 12,600, not bad extra. 200 health bonus. We should be doing pretty healthy. Of course, we're getting to Station 4, so it's about to ramp up in difficulty on me. I also like, how the stations pretty much all have a different design. Of course, once you finish all 9, it loops back around to the first one. The game doesn't really have much of an ending in that respect. Uh-oh, more Snotterpillar. See, they're getting a little more aggressive. They're trying to come at me more so without me having much expectation of it or warning. Won't work, though. Don't need to downgrade. Big old Snotterpillar there can be tough. Again, the Xenos or Xenophobe aliens are, they can be tricky sometimes. Granted, they don't always act super intelligent on you or anything, but they're not stupid either. Not really. Wonder, did I clear that enough already, or do I still have some more to go? Yep, we got it. Okay, up to beta. See, basically you beam in from that transport disk and it lands you, no telling what level of the station you'll end up being on for sure. I'm pretty healthy right now. Sorry it's not a pillar, but you're not getting me right now. Not quite. One thing you guys might notice is when he jumps, he doesn't really bend his knee, so it's kind of funny looking. Not that I'm complaining or anything. Ooh. Well, that took me back down to 800 health, 1800 health, but oh well. Okay, beta's clear. Now I do alpha. Though being the fourth one, I think, this should have a delta on it down there. So not quite done yet. Whoa! Again, like I said, they get trickier on as you go along. About the fourth station or so, they start to get a bit more crafty and more sneaky. They don't like me to start with, so they know I'm here to get rid of them. She's like, one try to come through there or what? Maybe not. Hoppity hoppity along. Sometimes the best way to get rid of a snotted pillar is to toss a grenade if you got one. Okay, so Alpha's clear. Let's go down. I'm pretty sure Delta's going to be the one I got to get to. Yep. Well, Snotted Pillar, you tried, but you didn't make it. Not easy to kill. See, right there, that one was trying to... You little sorry. Again, they get more aggressive. Yeah, that one was, earlier on, was going from being a critter to being a Snotted Pillar, so they will evolve up to a bigger size and form, given time. Bye. Don't need that. Okay, finish that one up. Anyway, I think you guys generally have the idea of the gameplay, so I'm going to cut it a bit short here. Well, I'd love to run it a bit longer, but I don't want to get too far gone on it. Overall score 206,625, not bad. Okay, so that was Xenophobe, an arcade port for the Atari 7800, an original library one. Pretty good. I think it's a little bit underrated and underappreciated in its own time in a way. Hated to cut it short like that, but don't really want this to split into a two-part video. Anyway, I do have a recommendation and a link for you guys. That is for my friend and fellow YouTuber, Phil, with his channel, The No Square Gamer. He has a nice review video on this one. I will also leave you guys a link to the Wikipedia article on it, for those who might care to read up on it further. Big shout out to my Atari 7800 Facebook group. Love you guys over there, and you should be getting this hopefully before too long. If you enjoy my channel's content, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I should have this next Sunday a homebrew, pro-brew, or prototype review coming up. I'll let you guys know in an announcement post what it's going to be. In the meantime, you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Take care, and I will see you again on Sunday.